Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for spending some time with me today. I thought that we could continue on with our Dear Diary series, which is my vlogging series, about something a little bit more personal. Last year, early October, I found out that I was a diabetic, but more specifically that I was type 1.5. If you are in the same boat as me, you've probably only really heard about type 1 and type 2 and didn't know that there was anything else. And so I thought it would be a good idea for you guys to kind of get a peek into my life, why I've been on medical leave since January 1st, what kind of things I'm doing to adjust to a new lifestyle, and what kind of medications that I'm taking and how I've handled that over the past few months. So let's get to it and let's learn about type 1.5 diabetes. First, I think it's a good idea for us to start off with defining what is diabetes. Diabetes is a disease in which the body's ability to produce or respond to insulin is impaired. So your body has a hard time breaking down things like carbohydrates into energy, which results in higher levels of glucose or sugar in your blood and urine. If you're anything like me and that definition went over your head, my doctor basically started off with type 1 is your body doesn't produce it, and type 2 is your body doesn't use it. So what does that mean for 1.5? I'm glad you asked. First, let's go over type 1. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease that's usually discovered in the early stages of life due to the rapid decline in insulin production, which causes you to take insulin injections externally for the rest of your life, because type 1 diabetes, unfortunately, isn't preventable or curable. So what's type 2? Type 2 diabetes is when the body doesn't create enough insulin or develops insulin resistance. This can be caused by a number of things. It can be genetics, it could be aging, inactivity, obesity, but with type 2 diabetes, it can be preventable through lifestyle changes and can be reversed about 80-90% of the time from those modifications. So what does that mean for me? Type 1.5 diabetes, also known as latent autoimmune diabetes in adults, or LADA, shares similar characteristics to both type 1 and type 2. Type 1.5 diabetes destroys the cells that produce insulin, like type 1. It is also an autoimmune disease that requires me to take insulin for the rest of my life, like type 1. However, it shows a whole lot like type 2 in rapid weight loss or weight gain, excessive thirst, frequent urination, blurred vision, and more. Now that we've learned a little bit about what diabetes is, I wanted to take some time to talk about me and my experience with it. I got diagnosed with diabetes the first or second week of October last year, and it's honestly been a whirlwind trying these different types of medication, not knowing how my body is going to react. Some of the medication is an appetite suppressant, and before I was diagnosed, I had a problem with eating in general, so I would go days without eating, and especially with the medication. I take Manjaro. I was still going days without eating, and being a diabetic, where my meal plan with my dietitian is 4 to 5 small meals a day, I was maybe having one normal size meal every few days. So that's been really interesting. I've gone back to therapy. One of the things that was really important for me with taking leave was switching my mindset from living to work versus working to live. I was really obsessed with the girl boss, right? I moved to a city. I am doing the dang thing by myself, and I started with a company that had millions of opportunities, and I try to take every single one of them, but in that time I lost myself. So when I got the diagnosis, I took a step down from a position which if you work with me or know me, that's not something that I would typically do. And then I said, oh, I'm also going on leave for a few months. Also something that I never thought I would do. So over the past few months, I feel like a whole new person, not only with my body. Before I was pescatarian, worked out 2-3 times a week, maybe 4, depending on stress. Now I've added meat back into my life now that I've taken some medications that help with my stomach issues, along with my insulin and Mounjaro. But I also work out daily, sometimes twice a day. In the morning, I focus on more mobility. So that's yoga and Pilates. And then at night, I do more cardio and weights. So working out has been more therapeutic, going to therapy once a week, and taking some time to also still live life. So during my leave, whether or not that's hanging out with friends or going to concerts or doing just life with people, it's been really important for me to rediscover who I am and interests that I have. So I think the point of this video is that just because something happens to you, it doesn't mean whatever that is you. So diabetes doesn't have Courtney. Courtney has diabetes. And that's the mindset that I have had to learn and cry about and be angry about, because the thought of type 2 diabetes runs in my family. Why can't I have type 2 diabetes, right? Like, why can't it be something that I can work towards and hopefully remove and not have to take insulin for the rest of my life? But for me, it was hard for me to wrap around that something can happen to me that is just a new normal for me. But I am lucky that I have a lot of people in my corner. I'm lucky for my therapist. I'm lucky for my doctor. I'm lucky for my dietitian. And I'm lucky for all the different programs that I use for weight training or working out in general or food, all these different things. I'm thankful for the way that the world has developed and has given many opportunities for people in my position or in other positions with their medical stuff, the opportunity for them to learn and to grow as a person and not be in a place where something happens and you just give up. There's many, many outlets out there. There's many books, there's many podcasts, there's many people online that want to share their experience and want to share, how they've handled it. And I'm very grateful for those people. So thanks so much for watching the video, and I hope that you learned something today. I'll most likely, share my experience a little bit more down the line, either in working out or, cooking videos. So definitely come back, see what's on the roster, and I'm excited to talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.